Alright, so let's go back to the Neo Ark one more time to deal with remaining new enemy spawns. To get a little closer before we can start combat. Please? Thank you. And stay down. Don't need those. So again, let's Inferno. Alright, Javelin glitch time. Sit. Alright, that's all that's down here. Now I've got to go all the way to the temple, so bear with me just a moment. Alright, so as soon as we enter here, they're aggroed, so we gotta be ready to attack them right away with the Javelin glitch. Alright, goodbye to the Rook Golems. Last time we're gonna have to move the bridge on this mode. Right, and then bear with me a moment while I get us to the bridge. Alright, let's take care of the enemies through here. See ya. We can restock on Hydra ammo here for the MP5A5. Alright, goodbye to you, Mr. Rook Golem. Let's take out the turrets. Ooh, nice crit. Alright, so we are done with this side of the Neo Ark. So now we can return to the observation platform and go to the opposite side. Okay, so let's take the other path here now. Alright, let's get an Inferno going. Alright, and goodbye to you, sir. Get out of here. Okay, and then one of the last enemies in the game is in this room. One of the last. And of course, it's going to be one of the toughest as well. Another Bishop Golem. Let go. Eat this. Okay, and there's the last protein capsule of the game. Well, protein capsule drop, anyway. I'm gonna say that we can probably... Actually, no. Let's hold on to a couple of those. I forgot, it can be useful for the final boss. Or one of the final bosses, anyway. Okay, and then in here, we'll cast Inferno. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and get Apobiosis level 1, Apobiosis level 2, and then we shall use the Medicine Wheel to get Apobiosis level 3. Cool. Alright, so we are done mopping up enemies, so we can now return to the Neo Ark. Just a nice little pile of golem corpses there. That's gonna hang out there forever. Let's get out of here. And you know what? I am going to just go ahead and use that protein capsule straight away. Alrighty, so laboratories over here. We need to start taking out all of our ringer solutions. We can put that away. Probably don't need the GPS anymore. Do I need anything else from this box? No, I think I'm okay for now. Let's go up. Alright, MP5A5, probably not going to be very useful anymore. Let's take that. Let's take that. Let's take the cola. Let's get back over to the underground parking so we can look for more items to take from our storage. All right. So let's take out the ringer solutions from there. We'll take out one more pepper spray. Another ringer solution. You know, maybe I worried about items a little too much. Because I am, like, overly stocked on stuff. Right, and you can reload my batteries, right? Yes! Only time in, both Scavenger and Nightmare mode that you're allowed to refill batteries or fuel is right at the end of the game at the Marine camp. Let's load up on that. Actually, you know what? I can put that cola away and take out the other ringer solution. Why not? Just load up on elixirs. Might as well. Right, and then I've got nothing else left to lose. So, we don't need to hold on to... Hold on. We didn't need to hold on to our BP because especially going into Nightmare mode, if I decide to do it, we don't get to keep none of your EXP or BP from previous rounds applies to it. You don't get anything going into it as a bonus. So we might as well just spend. Let's just go ahead and use it. Oh, and that leaves us with an extra item slot, so we'll put cola on it. Alright, I think we're about as ready as we'll ever be. So let's go ahead and save, and then it's time to take on the final bosses again. This time on Scavenger Mode. Alright, let's save. Okay, time to fight the final bosses of the game. Let's rock.